Well, hey, good afternoon, everyone. How is everyone today? This is Tina, the Keto Coach, with Friday Night Treats with Tina. Yes, I'm here on this fabulous Friday. Get ready to enjoy this weekend coming. And of course, I'm still keeping with the Lenten season and everything with the seafood, the fish, and everything. So today I'm going to be doing salmon. This will probably be very quick because sometimes when people that observe this, my husband and his mom do. Just want to make it easy and everything for everyone out there, because sometimes it's hard to decide what you want to fix or make this easy for you and your family. It's very hard to determine what you're going to fix, what you're going to make that's easy for your family. I'm sorry about that. I think something's going on with Instagram again this week. I'm just having trouble broadcasting to that. I'll probably upload at least a picture or something. I like to maintain consistency between my social media networks that I use and everything. But we all know, business owners, we all know sometimes things happen, but you still just have to keep it moving. So back on the topic, making the salmon, because sometimes it's hard to determine what you want to make during this season when people observe Lent, whether they're giving up something or fish on Fridays. And sometimes you don't always want to go to McDonald's or wherever have you for fish that's fried. And, other than it being fried, but the type of batter they use, and yes, they're probably using seed oils to fry that, which is definitely a no-no for us keto and carnivore folks out there, So you can go to your grocery store, which is much cheaper, and get fish that's already in the package. My local grocer, I love this particular chain and I go to them a lot. Some of you see who that is. And it's not that expensive. Now, I don't get into whether it's farm raised or wild, although yes, salmon, usually it is wild, and I like the wild, and it's good or better if you have the red salmon, which was even better than the pig salmon, but either or, I like both. So I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of these out so everybody will have enough. Try to find a nice medium long piece. And it's good that this package, 7 pieces were in this package, which is good. I'm just going to go ahead and cook 3 of them out of here, which is enough. Let me put this back in my freezer. And I already got my oil going and everything. I already got that. My oil, which I'm going to use olive oil and just plain old-fashioned butter. I love that combination on certain things. I think it's really good. So what I want to do is take this salmon out. Try to make this short enough where I can upload it to Instagram. Since Instagram isn't cooperating with me again this week, I got to figure out what is that, why is that happening. But we're still here on Facebook, and I also upload to Twitter, LinkedIn, on all of those other platforms that I have too. And my Twitter account, if you want to follow me there, I'm known as Keto Tina. You can find me on Twitter as Keto Tina. So that will make it easy. But everything else, if you Google me, I'm Tina the Keto Coach. Easy to find. Easy to find. And also, like I always do, I want to give a shout out and a thank you to a lot of you out there that definitely support me, follow me. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really do. That is a true blessing. And I am growing, which helps. That's a good thing. Let me get some of this salmon juice up. So I'm very grateful and thankful for all of you. So what I'm going to do, take my salmon. Let me pour some of this excess water off. Just go ahead and season. Real easy. Whether you keto or eat regular. Everybody eats fish. Well, most people. A little salt. And you know, I like this particular seasoning a lot. I like the garlic and the onion one. Plus, it gives it a nice presentation and a nice color. Put this on here. It almost like it gives it a nice coating, if you will. So I'm going to turn this over. Got to season the other side, you know. Always make sure both sides of your meat or your fish is seasoned. Oops. Forgot to take the bottom off here. Do this again. Real simple, easy. It doesn't have to be hard, because I know sometimes people present these recipes when they're doing these lifestyles and you feel like you have to have special this and that just to even attempt to do it. No, you don't. Just get the meat or the fish, thaw it out, fry it in the pan, keep it moving. And of course, if you're keto, carnivore, make sure you're mindful of the type of oils that you're using. Make sure you're using only animal-based oils like beef tallow, even good old-fashioned bacon grease. Then you can use your olive oil, coconut oil, butter, ghee, schmaltz. You can use that in any type of a lamb or mutton or sheep fat. You can use animal fat is king when you're doing keto and carnivore. I know that's hard for people to take and listen to, but it is, because the human body thrives better off of the animal fats. I know everybody's trying to go the opposite direction, but a lot of people are realizing that no, humans, we need animal fat for our cells to flourish, grow, regenerate, and whatever have you. And it helps for your joints and things, especially those of you that suffer from things like arthritis. Helps rebuild that or keep that cartilage at a certain pace. Yes, we all get older, things change, but you don't have to roll down that hill as quickly, for sure. And that's what that's one aspect other than me losing the weight that I notice about me following this lifestyle to the letter. And of course, those of you that are new to this, don't get frustrated. It takes time when you start reading and learning and trying to understand this, what's that. Because most of my clients, I have them start off as just what they call dirty keto, where you can just buy stuff out of the store that says keto on the package, although sometimes it's not, and just start from there. That makes a difference for a lot of people, believe it or not. You don't have to be as rigid or as strict as I am, you know. And let me put these on, and I have some more chit-chatting with you to do. This should take a couple minutes. Shouldn't take long at all. Yeah, speaking of keto chit chat, those of you that I try to put more information, I want to get more active on there. I'm trying to get a certain amount of followers for that. That's a private Facebook group where I have articles, videos from other keto and carnivore gurus, things that you can learn, things that you can just gradually, progressively get yourself started. So it's not like you have to do a whole lot. I have a client right now that is on a limited budget. They're worried about their health. What they're doing is just getting beef patties from the grocery store. And I just tell them, make sure you're getting the beef patties that do not have the soy in it, that it is 100% beef. It doesn't even have to be organic, grass-fed, or nothing, as long as you're just getting started. And that's another thing I find, once you are just getting started, it doesn't have to be perfect. Because a lot of us don't have the income or the finances to do all the organic stuff and flip our whole world around, because we have family members that we love that aren't on this journey, and that's fine. That is okay. But I'm here to teach you and show you how to get acclimated to this just slowly. Take your time. You got plenty of time. Take your time. It's okay. Like for me, for example, I do exercise a lot, to a point where before COVID, when I was going to the gym, people in the gym would ask me, am I a trainer or something? I'm like, no. And I was 20 pounds larger back then, too. So I'm like, no. So recently, I guess sometimes we get into this thing about the steps. I try to get 15,000 steps at least, excuse me, 3 times a week. But now I'm trying to get to that at least 5 days a week, but I'm adding as an extra, I'm lifting weights. I have dumbbells at home, and I follow some of the Beachbody stuff. A particular person that I love on Beachbody that teaches real well, he has an accent, but I can't think of his name. But he's really good at teaching you how to lift weights, just the difference between reps and sets and all of that. So I've been adding that to my regimen. So I'm hoping I'll see more results. So I'm looking at more data and information that says, particularly women of a particular age, such as myself, that it's good to implement weight training to your workout regimen, no matter what type of dietary lifestyle, if you have any at all, that you're doing. Lifting weights definitely will benefit not only just your muscle mass, but your recovery, your bones. Women that suffer or may have a predisposition or genetic predisposition towards osteoporosis, it will help that also. Some things, when they say genetic predisposition, you still might have it in your DNA, but we can slow it down by your diet and exercising. Exercising is also a big key and a caveat. And no, you cannot exercise away the bad eating. When you're 20 and when you're a teenager, yes, you can do that. But as you get older, you'll find that that's something that you cannot do. So you have to definitely make sure you're using both exercise and working out. Like I said, I work out. I love to work out. I like doing the steps. I do the walk away, the pounds thing. At home, I do Zumba. But I like the lifting the weights and all of that stuff and everything. So that works. And I'm seeing a little bit of a difference, but I know, as I always share with you, my body for some reason is extremely resistant to whatever I do, and I refuse to believe that I'm supposed to be a certain weight. I'm too short in my stature and my bone structure is too small, so I don't believe that. So I'm doing everything that I can to make sure I get down to what I've always wanted to be. And besides, hey, I like clothes. I like makeup. I like wearing my heels, and I want to continue to be able to wear that for as long as possible. I enjoy that for sure, and I know some of you do too. Let me go ahead and check this fish real quick. Okay. Yes, so that's the thing, you know. And like I said, I'm here to help you. You know, I still got goals, you know. And I know what you're going through. I know how you're feeling, and I honestly relate. You know, I wish I would have had trainers like me that were in their stages of trying to fix themselves. Not somebody that's 20 that's already born thin or whatever, or born muscular. I did not like that. It's like, no. So my clients are happy at the fact that I look like a regular, normal person that's struggling also. And we can all help each other so we don't no longer have to struggle. And like some people, I'm telling people that this ketogenic lifestyle is a lifestyle, and you might notice other benefits with your body. Everybody is different. Everybody's body is different. You know, so you will notice improvements in other areas that you may not have even expected or anticipated, like what I've experienced, far as no longer having issues with allergies, no longer having issues with upper respiratory infections like I used to have, which used to come from my allergies. I used to stay sick all the time, at least 2 or 3 times a year. I hated that, you know. It's no fun not being able to breathe. And then when the Big C came out 2.5, 3 years ago, I was rather frightened, petrified. I was glad at the time I really wasn't going to a 9-to-5 job. I was home. Because I was worried and concerned. I thought I would be one of the people that probably would have ended up with it. But luckily, since I've been on this ketogenic lifestyle for so long, but more diligently since COVID, I'm just seeing astronomical differences in my life. So I just want to help you, and I want to share that with you so you can have that in your life. Your thing may not be allergies. It could be IBS. There are people that follow this that don't have any weight problems. Matter of fact, they may be super thin, and they follow this because they get other benefits from this particular lifestyle. And I would advise, do your research, talk to your doctor. Some doctors still aren't really all the way on board with this, you know, and that's okay. That's okay. Don't be patient with your physician. They're only there to help you. But they're only following what they've been taught and what somebody told them they have to do, and they have to maintain licensure. I get it. They have to follow what is currently considered evidence-based data to implement for their patients, So you be patient with them and have them to work with you. But if for some reason, if you have someone that refuses to work with you, wants you to continue to follow the standard American diet, bless them and move on. There are resources you can find, doctors that understand the low-carb lifestyle, the ketogenic lifestyle, the carnivore lifestyle that are out there that can definitely help you, and they can help you understand some things that make doctors a little nervous. For example, I'm what they call a lean mass hyperresponder. Remember, I had to have an x-ray a year or so ago. The doctor saw my muscle. I'm like, okay, I wish I could see it more on the outside, but it's there. But one thing about lean mass hyperresponders, there are people that are very athletic and they work out a lot, and I'm kind of both, and there are people that carry a very high total cholesterol level, and I do. It's astronomical. But my triglycerides are very low, but my good cholesterol is up. And I even had my doctor recommend that I do a calcium score, CAC score, and it came back as 0. So I told him, you mean to tell me that you have people out here that are taking certain things that they really shouldn't be taking? Why don't doctors just allow people to have a calcium score to see what is going on, if there is calcification in their arteries or plaque in their arteries and everything? But like I said, I'm not a doctor. I only have a driver's license. But just give you feedback. But one thing I even told my doctor, I said, triglycerides are actually an indicator of how people are eating from what I'm studying. It's an indicator because I want to know more to make me a better me, if you will, and I want to share with others. If somebody has high triglycerides, usually that's an indicator that they're definitely going down the wrong path, dietarily speaking. So my triglycerides are low. It's best to have them if they're 70, I think 72 or lower is great. So that's what I'm experiencing, and luckily I have a doctor that works with me in regards to that. So he sees that I'm flourishing and everything. And then usually what's startling to me when it comes to the issue of cholesterol, they find that most people have some type of calcification in their arteries by the time they're 40. To me, that shouldn't be. 60, 70, 80, 90, if you live to see 100, fine. I'm just a couple of years, 3 years from 60, and it's like, that's something I don't, like I said, I'm always looking at the data, researching and seeing what's out there. And then when you look at the research, it's good to see who's behind it also, But like I said, it's a lot. Like I said, I'm one of those people, I had to do a lot to even get to where I am right now, because I wanted to have good quality of life. And I want to give a shout out to my dear niece Liliana. Today is her birthday. She's 13. She was the actual extra motivator for me when she was born, that I really wanted to have quality of life, to be able to enjoy life with her. You know what I mean? To walk, to go to the amusement parks, to do this, do that, whatever. I just made a promise to myself and to her as her godmother that I wanted to make sure I had good quality of life, to be able to sustain myself, to enjoy life, quality with and for her, other than just myself and my family. Let me go ahead and check this fish real quick. Looking good. Just had to flip it over. Flip that over real quick. Like I said, it's only been, 20 minutes? Not quite 20 minutes since I've been here on the air speaking and talking to you, So Yeah, but that's basically it. If you all have questions about the ketogenic lifestyle, about the carnivore lifestyle, and the differences and how people may even work between the two, let me know. And I find another thing interesting. A lot of people that are or were vegan, vegetarian, are turning to this lifestyle. Interesting, you know. I think the only issue with that, it does appear, it seems so etherical in so many ways if you're a vegetarian. But the human body has a hard time really sustaining itself off of that. You really have to do extra supplements. You really have to watch because the fruits and vegetables, remember a lot of vegetables have defense chemicals in them that either we're not supposed to be eating some of those vegetables at all or very, very little, and make sure you're eating the proper amount of proteins and fats and animal fats so your body can at least process and metabolize that. Some people find that later on they start having issues with their stomach. But people learn, over time. I used to try to walk down that path of being a vegan. One time I didn't eat beef or pork. I just ate chicken and fish. Then I had to stop and go, okay, why am I still over 200 pounds and I'm just 5'1"? If I'm just eating chicken and fish, I should be much smaller. But then I was still addicted to a lot of junk food, sweets, sugar, cakes, pies, cookies, ice cream, candy, stuff like that. I was still eating the regular stuff, still eating a lot of. But now I'm blessed and I'm not even, it doesn't even faze me anymore, which is unbelievable. And of course, as I reminded you, I was able to reverse my diabetes, which was great. Luckily, I didn't have to shoot insulin. Only thing I had to take was the metformin pills. I don't even have to take that anymore, so that's a blessing. And so even a dear friend of mine made a cake for my husband and the rest of them. See this? And she is an awesome baker. Thank you, Ms. Watkins. Awesome baker. Doesn't even faze me anymore. I'll offer to people that come to my home, that's fine, but it smells fabulous. I don't even want it in my body. And if you all want to know who she is, inbox me. But her cakes are homemade and out of this world. I will contact her and let you know how she can contact you or whatever, vice versa. If you have Mother's Day coming up, Father's Day, and you want her to bake a cake for everybody else, the people that still eat the regular stuff. See, you still have to live a life. I'm still down with going to regular places, doing regular stuff, but you still have to be mindful as to what you can consume if you're following this lifestyle. And it's not that hard. Initially, yes, it's a pain in the butt, but if you want to get your life back, get your health back, you're going to put in the work. You're going to put in the work. And I think when I put in the work, when I started to realize it didn't matter to me, at one point I was like, okay, if I never lose another pound, I'm still going to exercise, lift weights, and eat well. Eat keto carnivore, because I still see the other benefits. And lo and behold, over time, gradually, I'm one of those people that started gradually coming off. So hopefully maybe next year I might be 20 pounds lighter. That would be nice, because I do find these sticking points when I'm at the same whatever. It never moves. But sometimes I've experienced for a couple of years, but I still stayed with it, endured. I'm one of those people, I'm very persistent and consistent, especially if I see something that's going to definitely benefit my well-being, whether it's body, mind, soul, or spirit. And like I said, I enjoy helping people do the same thing, but I also enjoy allowing you to research and find out information on your own, because it's your life. I'm already doing things for me. I'm just here to help you. Let me check this fish now. I'm going to let that cook a little bit more. Looks like I'm going to end up taking a little picture for Instagram and just putting it on and guiding people to come see me on my on Facebook and Twitter and all of that stuff. And also remember to look at my link or in the description here on Facebook. You can pass that on to other people. It has my links to all my social media, a link where you can set up one-on-one consultations with me. I have a basic Popple business card link there. And also, don't forget the link to get my t-shirts. Last week I wore one of my Tina the Keto Coach Get Your Life Back t-shirts. Nice and bright and colorful for the spring and summer. Perfect. So I'm probably going to get some more stuff from there because I think I have a yoga mat. I have cups and things like this. I have those bags, tote bags that you can carry little things and books in. All of that stuff. So all of that stuff is in the link. I keep saying link, but it's sort of a link, but it's in the description after this when you all that are seeing this, especially on Facebook. And I'm going to have it on LinkedIn. I put all of that information on all my different social media. So I'm easy to find. No question about it. Let me check the fish one more time. Okay. Let's see what we got. See that? A nice little coating on there. That's just from the seasonings. And yes, you can add other things. You can, don't forget, if you want your side, have your avocado. You can have your, which is all your potassium, much better than the banana. Banana has way too much sugar. Have your avocado. And you can also have some type of cruciferous vegetable with this, or you can make some type of keto shuffle if you want some bread or cracker, feel like you have that. And those are made using either almond flour or coconut flour. But since this is the Lenten season, just showing you how easy. See that? I'm trying to show you. It tastes like I put a batter on it. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Salmon for the Lenten season. To me, this feels, as far as show-wise, almost a little boring, but it's practical. This is something that you can get at the grocery store this afternoon and put this, just make this now, make this now for dinner tonight, for Friday, fish on Fridays. And next Friday, I'm going to have something really special and fun, since that's going to be the last Friday for the Lenten season. Trying to decide but I have an idea for something that I think you all are going to really, really enjoy. But look at that. Doesn't that look good? See, it's nice and hot. You see this little smoke coming out? This is delicious. I wish you were here to join me. I'd give you some. You'd be sitting over here at my kitchen table enjoying and eating some also. And I just want to say thank you once again for joining me. This is Tina the Keto Coach with Friday Night Treats with Tina. You all have a fabulous weekend. Love you all. Bye-bye.